Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you another shoutcast commentary from the StarCraft 2 beta. This is going to be on Scrap Station, the very first map that I played on, and it is going to be in fact another Protoss player, so Protoss against Terran once again. Here I am as the blue Terran player. I think I have ally colors on, and I think, yeah, I guess it's just standard red and blue. I don't know how you toggle colors. Is there a way to toggle colors? Someone will have to tell me if there's a way to toggle colors anyways. Right now I am getting just the standard build right now. I am a little bit wary on this particular map. This map is the only map where I have lost, so remembering how I quickly got beaten down by Void Rays and how painful that really was and how I don't want to really relive that anymore. Trying to get some more things as well. We have a standard, I guess, 9 pylon from Chakra. So Chakra, pretty good player, pretty much I really like this game. It was kind of fun, just kind of eye-opening in terms of what I need to do as a player in order to get better right now. So Vespian gas, each Vespian gas offering 2,500, and now we also using that chrono boost, to produce those those probes even faster. As we take a look at the units, you will see that the probes are going to slowly outgrow my SCV count. Right now, over here on the bottom left-hand side, we have my SCV now heading out to scout. There are only 2 starting locations on this map, and it is fairly close. It is only separated by this wide chasm right here, so any flying units are going to be a very large possibility. So I'm thinking I need to get anti-flying units, get some Vikings in order to really stop perhaps any Void Rays that may be coming my way. I send out this SCV. SCV heads out and quickly does see this right now. Also, well, looking at the news over here, Centauri City Stardusters 12, a little bit interesting. Anyways, coming back over here, we have the SCV now moving off to this north-hand side, trying to come back in, and I see more Nexus, and I see a single Vespian gas. I should stay in a little bit longer, or try to stay possibly as long as I can. Taking a look around the map, I think, is there any places to hide on this particular side? No places to hide, as opposed to that you could hide really behind this little dude in that shade right there. I think I couldn't find my opponent. Anyways, we have this probe now trying to go out, trying to do some scouting as well. SCV now going back out, and we have a single Zealot now being warped in from that gateway right now. And pretty much doing the standard build, getting that first Marine, trying to get that supply depot, and then one more supply depot to finish off this wall in, get that tech lab, and then start producing Marauders, as Marauders are a good counter to Stalkers. So we'll see how this game goes. Probes are currently already outnumbering my SCVs by 1 right now, as more SCVs are now being trained up at this point in time. We have a single SCV. I was able to steal some minerals, so kudos to me, as that Zealot is now trying to chase down that SCV. SCV able to escape right there, and now more probes now being produced. Cybernetics core quickly being put down. So cybernetics core meaning that it is going to be in fact Stalkers. Stalkers, a very important unit. Stalkers costing only 50 gas and 125 minerals. So very nice unit there, and now using that chrono boost in order to speed up the building right now, and getting a secondary gateway. So secondary gateway, dual gateway to a large number of Stalkers, and we'll see how those Stalkers are really going to play out right now. Anyways, SCV now trying to come back into that base, now producing those Marauders. Marauders take some time to build, 25 to build some Marauders over here. And did I click outside the screen again? Yes, I did. So that obviously froze up everything else. Currently have 20 SCVs to my opponent's 21. It doesn't look like he's always constantly producing probes, otherwise he should really outnumber me at this point. Now producing an additional that gateway, and now, wow, he's using a lot of his control units. So let's see, 4 on this cybernetics core, 2s on the gateways, 1 on that probe sitting in the vents. So 1 probe sitting in the vents, very nicely done, trying to hide himself. Gonna run in that SCV and then raise it back up in just a second. And as I raise it back up, perhaps the SCV is going to try to come back in. No, SCV is not trying to come back in. I currently have 2 Stalkers against, or 2 Marauders against a single Stalker right now. So Marauders and Stalkers now currently in play. And now let's see how the game is going to continue to go. One Stalker's just sitting back over here, just trying to take a chill pill, just trying to relax right now. Zealot now going to be trying to push in on that front door, and Zealot unable to really push through. And I think that Zealot really wants to see what I'm building, and those Marauders really slowing down that Zealot down. Zealot now trying to move back away, and I'm thinking, okay, he sees the number of Marauders that I have, and that I'm massing Marauders. He's probably not going to be going Stalker, so I can probably change it up. Boy, was I wrong, and you'll see that in a little bit. Anyways, more Stalkers now being produced, so Stalkers currently just being warped in. 2 Stalkers right now, and a couple of units sitting in the vents, just sitting outside doing some scouting right there. Also, I'm getting that factory, getting that reactor core, to be able to amass up more Hellions, but that is not going to be the proper choice for me. And I'm also building an additional command center in order to do some scouting, and my opponent already setting up his natural expansion as well. So Chakra very on top of things, realizing that I have completely walled in and I'm not venturing out. I think I should have ventured out at this point and really just started to try to punish units with those Marauders, force him to get some more Zealots at this point. But lesson learned, right? Looking over at the Stalker damage, a little bit of a lag. Looking over at the Stalker damage, it's 8 plus 6 versus armored as well. So both of them dealing additional damage versus armored. And right now the Stalker's range is a little bit better, I believe, than the Marauder. The Marauder's range, oh no, both of them have a range of 6, and they both have a similar attack right now. So I have 5 Stalkers compared to 4 Marauders. So pretty even fight so far, and now I have this command center nearing completion, but this gateway is already done, and now getting that chrono boost in order to be able to get some more, build some more probes. Now probe now dropping off some of those minerals and now transferring some of those probes over. So probes now not double mining over here. A little bit surprised by that. Now once again using chrono trigger, 32 probes against my 24. So definitely getting out macroed right now, and that is definitely going to show up later in the game. Reactor core now going down. I really should have tried to do a tech lab instead of a reactor core. Really my fault for not trying to do that. Getting the fusion core, trying to think, hey, maybe eventually I'll start going battle cruisers, but we'll see how this goes. Orbital command, I still have 50 energy. Have Mule still gathering some more minerals right now, and the Mule is able to mine at a much higher rate and just sit there and just mine a lot of units and then return and then continue to mine. So how much does he pull every single time? Let's take a look at that. 55, 50, 20. Wow, so it mines at a very, very high speed. So, and that Mule able to come back in one very, very large trip right now. I have a supply depot built on this upper terrace right here, because this upper terrace is pretty tricky. You can kind of hide units off to the side and hide units on that high ground, and I wanted to make sure that didn't happen. So now I'm moving out with what I think to be a decent force. Hellions and Marauders just trying to move out and just try to venture forth, but at the same time Stalkers quickly moving out as well. Stalkers now hiding in the vent, and that is going to be a problem for me. Quickly coming by over here, I'm not grouping my units well enough together. A single probe going to see this rest of this army now moving out as well. So, and here I am going to try to push in, and I'm going to run into the main army of these Stalkers right now. And these Hellions quickly getting focused down. Even though these Hellions do in fact deal splash damage, it's not enough to really focus this down. And after those Hellions go down, I'm getting caught out of position, and this is just really bad right here. I'm thinking that, okay, maybe the Marauders can survive this fight against these Stalkers, but the Stalkers actually are doing 14 damage. Very, very high damage towards those poor Marauders right now. Marauder down to 21 hit points, and they kind of outmove those Marauders as well. So those Marauders are able to just move and shoot, even though they're not even blinking at this point, able to just focus down more of those units. And now I am losing all these Marauders, and this is just a bad game for me already right off the bat. Down to 1 Marauder against 11 Stalkers. Right now here there's a group of 8 right now, desperately trying to produce more Marauders. All I have is Hellions and nothing to really counter siege units. I desperately need tanks, but I have no tanks. I should have just raised these in order to try to push them back right now, but those Stalkers are able to continue to push in, deal damage, and I'm trying to separate these units. Perhaps I should try to separate, but still not working out too well. I finally decide to raise some of these supply depots a little bit too late, but it's not going to be enough. I'm going to bring in some SCVs off the line, trying to fight back against these Stalkers. I'm able to take down one or two of them, some of the low hit point ones. but this game is obviously just not going my way. I do have, in fact, have an expansion, but the expansion is nowhere nearly as saturated as Chakra. Chakra is sitting on 40 workers compared to my 29 at this point. I raise this once again, and those SCVs just continuing to try to chase. Stalker's able to move and attack, just focus down this game, and that is going to be a good game at this point. So learning from my lesson, I need to do more active scouting. I do have a medevac, but that medevac is a little bit late. Needed that medevac in order to be able to heal up those marauders earlier and maybe perhaps extend that fight a little bit longer. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I'm going to be giving up the GG in just a second, but yeah, my second loss on Battle.net. Props to Chakra for just completely schooling me, and hopefully I'm going to take it in stride and learn my lesson. So thanks again for watching.